Hi guys, it's Sabrina with this week's job search question of the week. And this week's question has to do with interim jobs. So jobs that a person takes that really have nothing to do with their career goals or have nothing to do with what they've done in the past, but they take it in the short term because they need something that is providing an income to them, something that's keeping them busy. And so they take the job while continuing to search for something else. And so the specific question was, do I put that on my resume? And how do I explain it in an interview? So just for an example, there is a job seeker who is an accountant by trade. He normally works in corporate America in finance departments as a staff accountant. He was laid off. And in the interim, as he's looking for a job, he has taken a role as a store manager at a retail establishment, a large retail establishment. But he continues with his job search. He still wants to get back into a staff accountant role, but he needed something to be able to provide some income. He has bills to pay like all of us, and so he took this job to provide the income that he needed while he's looking for the full-time work. And his employer knows that. The store knows that that's what he's doing. So his question was, do I list that on my resume? That was his first question. And I say absolutely yes. It's always better to have something on your resume than gaps. That's my philosophy. Something filling in your time is better than a gap, even if that thing that's filling in your time isn't really relevant to what you want to do or what you've done. It shows that you're doing something. And I think we've talked before about the longer the gap, the harder it is to maybe find work. And so filling in those gaps is super important. So doing that even with something that's not relevant is crucial. I would absolutely put it on the resume. I say the same thing about volunteering. Volunteering and internships, you do have to keep those kind of relevant, but put those on your resume. It's something that you're doing even if you're not getting paid for it. And then the follow-up question was, how do I explain it? How do I talk about why I took this store manager job? And I think for some reason, in the job search world, job seekers get this idea that recruiters or hiring managers or whoever it is aren't human, and they don't understand that people have bills to pay. And the reality is they do. Most of them do. I haven't come across many who don't understand. They have bills to pay themselves. And so if you're taking a job because you need to provide for your family, they can respect that and will respect that. And if you can show, especially if you can show how, even though your current job isn't exactly what you've been doing, so the store manager job isn't exactly a staff accountant job, I'm sure you can show things that you do with that store manager job that relate. So ways that you're keeping your skills current, even in this role, it's not specifically what you want to be doing. So when you get to the point where they're saying, why are you a store manager when you were an accountant? Explain your situation. You can be honest with them. You can say, I was laid off from my accounting role. I have been searching ever since for a new role, but knew that I was in a place where I needed some income coming in. And so I took this, store manager role as a filler job, something to keep me busy, keep me working, keep me motivated, keep my skills up, while I searched for my next staff accountant role. That's really feasible, right? Because ideally, if you keep your job search up, you shouldn't be in the store manager role that long. If you're actively looking for a job all this time, then that store manager role really does just become a filler. It's just something that you did between the gaps. So as long as it's not, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years that you did this supposed interim job, it's completely understandable that you had to take a job so that you could replace some income. So recruiters understand that, hiring managers understand that, all of the things we've talked about before. So showing how you've remained relevant, showing how you've kept your skills up, showing what you've been doing, showing why you're the candidate above all others, even if you are in a role right now that's very different, is all still going to be very important. So whatever you're doing, if you have to take something, I even have people ask me all the time, I got this offer today, but it's not in my field. Should I take it or should I decline it? And through some follow-up questions, I realized that they really need to take the job for personal reasons and financial reasons. Then I say, take it, take the job. If it's something that you can be happy doing for a little while, but absolutely keep that job search up. Don't slack on that at all. Keep the job search up so that hopefully you can quickly find something in your field and be able to really explain that short window of time that you were doing something different. So I hope that helps. I hope your job search is going well. If you have a question, join me on Facebook. Leave it right there on the wall. It'll be answered in an upcoming video. Check out my website for lots of other job seeker resources. I just posted a new PowerPoint from a webinar that I did on Wednesday about networking. So I hope you'll check that out. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.